Yo, what's up, y'all? So here we go. Just warming up here. I usually do like 5 minutes on the Stairmaster, not too fast. Um, just getting my knees warm, getting my legs warm, getting ready to stretch for squat every day. I never really stretch when my legs are cold. That's how you get injured, basically. And then here I moved over to the treadmill. I'm showing you guys slowly what I do. I raise the treadmill up till the incline is 7, and then I just crank the speed up to about 2.5 or so, and I do like a shuffle. It's just a active way, or like a different way to do the hip abductor and the adductor. Just warm up your hips and your knees and all that good stuff. So here, doing the standard stretch. I mean, it's fairly self-explanatory. So I'm starting my groin stretch. I injured my groin a long time ago when I was in high school, and it's not a good feeling. So ever since then, I always incorporate a groin stretch. Hip flexor stretch, just separating my hips, getting them ready. I do a lot of hip stretching simply because I don't have that much hip flexibility. And then here, I'm stretching my back. I've hurt my back before too. I just sound like I'm injury prone. But just doing dumb stuff when I was younger and sleeping on messed up mattresses. Sorry for my ass being in the camera, but stretching my back, weirdos behind me, ruining my video. So here's a stretch that I found from watching my mom's yoga videos on how to stretch your back. Yes, my mom's videos. Don't judge me. And now we're starting to warm up with the squats. I always do a warm-up set with 135 despite all the stretching and warm-ups that I've already done. To me, you can never be too warm. So I'm letting you guys see me wrap my knees. As I told you in the previous videos, I'm going to start wrapping my knees every day that I do my squat every day. As long as I'm not doing a PR, like a 1 rep max, I'm going to keep my knees wrapped. Just because I consistently have had like knee pain since I've done my squat every day. It's only been like 7 days. So the wraps have alleviated all that, so I'm going to keep it up. So after about 30 minutes, we're all ready to go. We're all warm, and I think this is 355. I have 2 10s on top of 3 plates. I just want to see how it feels. The goal was to do 4 sets of 3 today and get kind of heavy. So that first set was fairly light, and the weight moved pretty good. My knees felt strong, especially with the wraps on. So I figured I'd go ahead and jump it up to 405 for my next set of 3. Now, in all honesty, I already know that I can get this. I've done this several times before. I just don't like to jump straight to, I don't know, like super heavy weight. So I like to work my way up. It always feels better for me. So that's basically what I'm doing here.
What's that, 405, 455 for 3. Should be easy. Let's see though.
So now, those of you that know that I've attempted 505 at Legacy Barbell Gym. It was 5 plates with an Olympic bar, which weighs 10 pounds more, so it was 505. So I've never attempted anything more than 405 until that point. So that's why 450 for 3 reps was a PR for me. I didn't hit the 505 at the other gym. I didn't get low enough. So here, seeing that move the way it did, the 455, I'm contemplating on adding more, and because I told you guys that I wasn't gonna be a bitch, I said fuck it, and I added the weight. Let's see what happens.
I'm gonna take a little break, get my mind right. 495, 5 bad bitches. Let me take this out. This PR, I'm going 3 reps. Get closer. Closer, closer, closer. Yeah. Let's go. Alright, lock me up. Yeah, let's go. We got 2 more. Let's get lower. Come on. One more. Let's go. One more. Boys gonna think I'm on royalty, I'm like that. What I told y'all, fucking eating today. Big homie on the spot. Always rack the fucking weights.
Alright, so after that awesome PR, back to the original reason why I was even at the gym, which is chest day. Really, I've been doing chest and biceps with, so I do back and triceps on Monday, but because this is Sunday when I actually recorded this video, I like to do chest and biceps because both of those are fresh, meaning like if I do chest, I use my triceps, so they're already kind of tired when I work them, so they don't get like the full capacity. I don't get full use out of them. So I don't use my biceps when I do chest, so that's why I have that weird split. I know most people do chest and tri, back and bi, but whatever. I've done this for a while and I like it. So yeah, on this we're doing pyramid sets. We did 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Trying to load up as heavy as possible. Make sure you use the spotter. I don't want to get all 8 by myself. I really want to get stuck 2 less than the number I'm going for. So if I'm doing 8, I want to get stuck at 6 and need a spot for 2 reps. So the clips are a bit sped up, so I was able to get all of our sets in and all the reps in. So I mean, I got it, but it wasn't this easy or this fast, just so y'all know. So I'm not catfishing.
Set of 8. PR number 2. Ooh, I'm fucking nervous. Just let everybody know, if I get this shit, I am going to yell.
It's Max on the beat.
Right about here is when shit just decided to get real on me. I was like, damn, this shit's heavy. But miscommunication on the spot, and it was just a lot. Honestly, I'm not blaming him at all. Hell, I did 3.5. So, you know, whatever, it's all good. I posted this shit anyways on here just so you guys could see. I don't only post like I don't know, the things I make, like failed attempts as well, you know. So, I mean, the only way you know your limits is to test them every day. So, practice what I preach. Here it is, me testing my limit. But as long as it took, I still got my motherfucking 8.
This is Mixlaw Production.
So I realized that I keep saying 10-8-6-4-2, even though we rarely ever do the set of 2. I feel like most of the time you try to ego lift and you put too much weight on the bar, and that's where injuries come from. So I mean, a lot of this is ego lifting, but at the same time, you never want to go too far. So we usually stop at 4, and then we'll do like a set of 25 or something like that. So here it's 320 pounds because I added the 2.5 just because I wanted to add weight. I feel like you have to add weight every time you go to the next set. So especially when you're doing the pyramid. So I added the 2.5s. It was a decent spot, but here there's just like, there's a trust thing. This is his first time spotting me. Hell, this is our first time meeting actually. We were just at the gym and was like, fuck it, let's work out together. So like when I got the 3 and I was struggling, I didn't know how much he would be able to lift off of me, how much he was spotting me. I was overthinking it. That just means lack of trust. Nothing against him, it's just, you know, that's just how it is. But so I got my last one, and then we did our drop set. So when doing the drop set, you guys know I never really care how many you get. We just shoot for 12 to 15, but just, you know, push till it burns and then do a couple more.
Alright, so this shit I learned from Flex Wheeler. Smith machine, incline press, close grip, 185. About this is normal. This is about where we're going to be here. Not super close, but just like a neutral, I guess. Arch back. Right hip, slow whips. On the chest.
I really don't understand the stigma behind the Smith machine. I love this machine, and that grip is really perfect to isolate your upper chest. If you look, you'll see in a second that my upper chest is pretty well developed, and it's because I incorporate a lot of lifts like this.
Stick your chest out more, arch your back, and roll those shoulder blades back like we're talking. Yeah, so you still need to roll your shoulder blades back, like stick your chest up. There you go. Stay in that position the whole time.
A lot of people have bad bench pressing form. This is what I'm going over with him. It took me a while to learn it as well. You really have to overemphasize the having your chest up and pinching your shoulder blades back to get a good contraction and squeeze.
Let's do 12. Nice and slow. Control. I got more.
You can see the difference here between my bodybuilding lifts and my ego, or I guess powerlifting lifts. There's no momentum, it's all pressure on my chest, constant tension, and I'm sitting still. That's to develop more muscle.
Same thing, so I'm rolling chest up, back arch.
Another thing I've learned from Flex Wheeler is the isolated movements. When you do single arm, or you know, just one body part at a time, it really helps with that mind muscle connection. I ended up going back to 2 because the weight was just too light. Here's where you get to see how developed my upper chest is. It's not a genetic thing, and just for a long time I used to do incline as my first movement instead of bench press, and I was able to get more maturity there, and so now it just looks the way that it looks.
Everybody got a pump. Chest good. Chest gains. All right, that's a wrap. We out.